welcome in everybody. Alright, Miitopia. Vinny, open that one gift on your home screen. It's driving me crazy. I guarantee you, it's Hey Pikmin demo. I didn't ask for this. It's not even there. It's not real. It was never real. Look, there's more too. I have a Miitopia demo. And Chicken Wiggle, which is actually kind of cool. But... the fuck, Nintendo? Okay, we can resume now. So, welcome to Miitopia. Welcome. Early day. Hope it's a good... hope it's a day. And... that's it. Who looks the gentlest? Whatever, man. Give me them tickets. But yeah, it's been a little while since we did Miitopia, so we'll do this. Then after this, the, newly not released yet Steamworld Dig 2. So I'm pretty excited about that. But we've got Miitopia to do first. Okay, we don't want a ragged tank. That's not necessary. That money fan still... Alpaca wants to be a real G. But we can't afford to be a G. So, let's see. I guess this is a pretty good party for leveling. Whoops. Game disappeared. Vinny, any idea when Super Mario 64 Online is? Kaze and I are very excited about you playing it. Well, considering Kaze just had the videos of the game nuked, plus, I believe, his Patreon as well, I'm not risking it. I'm sorry. Got some bad news for you. Hasn't been so good. Hasn't been so good. He's fine though. I mean, he's gonna be okay, but it's just a shame that it turned out like that. Just a minute there. Who has a never-ending thirst for blood and guts? Only me, your friendly neighborhood quizmaster, Dr. Phil. Who likes to exploit people's problems for a who likes to go and make fun quizzes? Someone in chat named Astastic420 said Nintendo is irrelevant. Laugh emote. I mean, they pretty much just shook up the entire industry, but with the Switch and Breath of the Wild, but you're right. Who is Green-Eyed Lady Ezra? Chat. None of them have green eyes. Those were the fairies, though. Who is the worried mother? It's not Tina. It's not Batman. I don't know if it's between one or two, but I can pause time. Very cheap. Oh, it's Midna. Okay. we could talk more about the Mario 64 online thing. It's not like they haven't nuked projects before. It's a shame, but, I mean, even Sega, having, you know, hired their, Sonic Mania team to, make that game, they've nuked fan projects in the past. It sucks, but it's also... It's their right, it's within their right to do that, and I don't know. I'm not really happy about it, but I understand why it's done. They have to preserve their IP. IP? Vinny the dev deserved it. He was like, oh, Nintendo can't take me down. Please give me money through Patreon. That's actually something that, I did notice. I kind of expected something like, oh shit, lizards. I kind of expected something like this to happen because that Patreon had Mario 64 shit all over it. So I like Kaze, I like his ROM hacks, and I'm sad I can't play Mario 64 online now. But yeah, it was... the writing was on the wall, so to speak. He didn't hide it behind a paywall, no. No, he didn't say you have to pay me to get this mod. That would have been, like, super illegal. Like, I think if you do that, they actually prod you with a skewer. That's the punishment. You can still download the game. They didn't take down the game, just the Patreon and the videos. However, I unfortunately deal in videos and streams, and I've been enjoying my YouTube channel and streaming, and I really don't want to risk it. I've already had my issues with Nintendo, and I don't really feel like going back into that. So, it's a shame. It's a cool thing, though. Vinny, did you go live on YouTube? Yeah, I did for a minute. Did no one get the YouTube notification? What's your Twitch channel? What's my Twitch channel? It's called Germa... If it blows over and no one takes them down for a while, will you reconsider? Yep, I'd reconsider. No one got the YouTube emote, what? Notification. Same thing. Well, that sucks. That's why it's probably best if you're not getting YouTube notifications and your Twitch notifications are a little sketchy to begin with, then, Vinesauce alert. bit.ly/Vinesauce alert. Anyway. So back to Miitopia. Last time I played the game, we had something to accomplish. Does anyone remember the exact reason why I'm here? I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone in chat right now who just got done watching this previous episode. We have a quest that needs to be completed, I know that. Gotta find Blossom's friend. The overall mission is to find the Dark Lord Jesus, because he's just spreading too much chaos. Maybe Jesus himself is fine, but the Sky Pope is just distorting his words and fucking everything up. Someone in chat named Tommy Wiseau, haha, said, I did not hit her, it's not true, it's bullshit, I did not hit her, I did not. Oh, hi, Vinesauce. Did you see the, there's a video that I just saw for the first time of the original Mark with Tommy? cable fucking sucks. I need a new cable. Sorry, this has been like this for years, and I have not changed the cable. If I move it the slightest degree, we lose video. Just a second. Beat. Never thought there'd be so many monsters.
It's terrible. But if I put my mind to it, I can defeat anything.
Is this some kind of new move? It's like worse than a dab. Original, I did not hit her. It's funny because as Tommy does this scene, he can barely say his own lines that he wrote.
I don't believe it! Oh, hi, Mark.
So this is a screen test for Mark, and yeah, so this is before the movie was even filmed.
I have a problem with Lisa. She tells me that I hit her. But, well, did you? No! I didn't hit her. You know what? I don't want to talk about this. But what's new with you?
How about those lines?
Just sit here, just think about life. You know, I wonder if girls like you cheat as well as guys do.
Huh. What makes you say that?
Nothing.
Wow.
I'm just thinking, you know.
Well, I don't have to worry about that because Lisa is loyal to me.
You never know. People
Yeah.
are strange these days. I once knew a girl who slept with like a dozen guys. One of them found out. Say that again.
I'm so happy you are my best friend and Lisa loved me so much.
It's really... I just fell asleep. Tommy's acting is so good it can make you fall asleep. It's really good. Sometimes a performance from an actor can give you some kind of emotion or make you think a little bit more deeply about life. Tommy just makes me want to go to bed. Okay. What would be a good present for Speed Luigi? A photo of Alpaca. Just in case they're apart. Speed Luigi is kind of happy. Even though they've been in the same room together for a while. It's not a nude. You saw the picture. It's just a fucked up face picture. So, much like Tommy Wiseau, people actually fall asleep to my streams. So maybe I am also lacking the quality to keep people awake. Heart tank. Alright, fine, Scoop. I actually don't mind when people say they're falling asleep to my streams. It's kind of cool, but I also like to, sometimes late at night make weird bep noises. And then I instantly think about all the people that fell asleep. One hand, I'm like, ah, fuck, I feel really bad. You know, they just came to my stream so they could have something on while they fell asleep, and, you know, they just wanted some background noise. But on the other hand, I think to myself, good. Kill it. That time you're playing Doom mods and there was a chirp followed by an explosion. I can't tell you sometimes how it feels to be playing things like Doom mods at 3 in the morning. You know, when I have nothing left in the tank. My gas tank is totally empty. I've just got done playing like 10 other shitty Doom mods. There's loud explosions, things aren't working correctly, things aren't funny. Some of them are, but then every now and then you get something that's just like a bag of dick garbage. It's almost like I'm not really even alive some of those times. It really is just a delirium that I can't really explain to you. It's okay, it almost feels like I've been up at least another 10 hours longer than I actually have been. And then the chirps happen. So if it wasn't bad enough, then somehow my computer produces chirp noises, or my, you know, streaming software, or whatever causes them. It's just it's a good time. Gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Having a good time. Having a good time. I'm a shooting star floating through space like a rocket ship. I'm on a roll. Roll. I'm gonna explode. Burning through the sky, 100 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Mr. Fahrenheit, also another off-brand of soda. Gonna make a supersonic lad out of you. Monster Hunt or Banana Hunt? New Capcom series confirmed, Banana Hunter. You did this last night. Oh yeah, no, I know. I think, I love getting the words wrong to Queen songs. That's my favorite thing to do. Mama just killed a man, put my gun against his head, pulled the trigger, now he's dead, mama. Life has got to go. I turned it all, son, and turned it all away. It's hard to remember, man. There's too much words. I would ask the chat, but something tells me it's all gonna end up resulting in a banana. Don't worry about it. I worry about your thoughts, Vinny. I worry. It's gonna be fine. Pretty pooped! Can't wait to get some shut-eye at the inn. Speaking of which, the inn's here. Is it just me, or are they super comfortable? That's because the mattresses are stuffed with clouds. Oh, they are? Now I know that. I want to dive straight into bed. There's plenty of the white stuff up here for you, Alpaca. Me too, let's find an inn. After this horrendous banana hunt that yielded a couple of bananas. Starleaf. Okay, fine. We'll just do once, just in case. Maybe I'll get the Starleaf. More than likely I'm gonna get a fucking MP candy, but, you know, it's worth a shot. Goblin ham. So if Frank Reynolds is a goblin, and this is ham, I wonder if there's a connection. Hmpst. There was a thing that happened recently that I wanted to bring up on stream. Just one of those things, those life things that you see, you observe, and then you wish to communicate with some other humans. I forgot it. Probably sucked anyway. Banana Polish water ice. Finn did a thing on his, like he filmed a video of himself talking about ice cream in the same way the Polish water ice guy does. And I don't know if it was a direct Vinesauce reference, but I got a kick out of it. He's probably, then again, he's probably been to some of those places, so I wouldn't be surprised if he too experienced the Polish water ice guy. When is Finn? I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him in October, because I don't want to bug him while he's got a movie out, and I just don't like bugging people. I don't like to do that. But it's a guarantee. It's gonna happen. This isn't gonna be like that interview that we don't talk about. Vinny, why does everyone hate everything? I have a very picky party. My team doesn't like food. what happened to the Quentin Flynn interview anyway? Well, since there's a lot of people here and a lot more will probably end up watching this, I can tell you one more time. Just schedules. I don't like bothering people. And for a little while, Quentin was busy, and he was off doing a bunch of stuff, and cons, and he had work. And I didn't want to bother him, and then we just kind of fell out of touch, and then he got in touch with me when I couldn't do it, and it just went nowhere. And you know what? It could still happen. I don't doubt that it could potentially happen in the future, but I don't want to bother the guy. Like, he's this legendary guy, and he's amazing at his job. I don't want to bother him. It's as simple as that, you know? So there was no real reason other than that, I suppose. Hi, Jen. Legendary? Never heard of him. Well, he's a guy. He does things. He played Paul McCartney once in a Beatle parody. What else? Oh yeah, he was Raiden in Metal Gear Solid. I don't know if you heard about that. So he was the voice of Raiden. He was Reno in Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. He's done a couple of other things. Axel in Kingdom Hearts. Just a couple of things. He managed to avoid drowning. Vinny, the chirping noises might be happening because your mic is plugged into a USB 3.0 port. Actually, my mic is, it's a direct in. It's through a mixer. So it goes directly in, and then the line in... Well, the audio program Audition that I'm using picks that up. So it's not a USB thing. I feel like Vinny tries to avoid mentioning Kingdom Hearts for some reason. No, I don't. Actually, I was saving the Kingdom Hearts one for last because I knew most people would probably know him from that, but I just never played Kingdom Hearts. I don't have any real issues with it. I think that's a weird projection. Alright, a weird assumption. That's a weird assumption. I would also assume many other people have many other weird assumptions about things that they think I say or don't say. So, I mean, I guess assume away. But, even though I've never played Kingdom Hearts, I've always had some interest in the series. I'm not really into the Disney characters, but I do like the Final Fantasy characters, so, half and half. Assume the position? Assume the assume position. Vinny, are you going to play Monster Hunter World? I would like to. I think by then I'll be more down for Monster Hunter. Because by then it'll have been a while since I played a Monster Hunter game, and World looks amazing, and it adds a lot of quality of life improvements. And it seems like it's gonna be a good time. And hopefully I will be done with all the stuff that came out holiday season. Look at this smooth criminal motherfucker. If not Disney stuff, what were you more into as a kid? I liked Looney Tunes. I liked the Mario Brothers Super Show. I like Ninja Turtles. What else did I like? I should probably get one more of those and sell them. Sell it. Ren and Stimpy. I loved Ren and Stimpy. at the age of 6, which explains a lot about me now. I liked Rocco. I liked Rocco's Modern Life. So, but yeah, Disney was never a thing. I liked, I'll tell you which movies I saw. I liked Lion King, I liked Aladdin. And I just had picked up on the other movies because they're just part of the cultural fabric. But I didn't actually end up loving them. It just wasn't my thing. I actually, to some extent, had seen some Disney stuff that I just didn't like. But I did like Aladdin and Lion King, but nothing else really that I would watch, so I was never a huge Disney guy. But yeah, Looney Tunes was my cartoons of choice. What music were you into as a kid? Can you remember your first band you got really into? Oh yeah, well, Nirvana. I think I was 9 years old, 9 or 10. And that was the first music. I mean, I had liked video game music and stuff, but the first music I ever really, really liked was Nirvana, and then Soundgarden, and then Pearl Jam, and Stone Temple Pilots, and all that grunge stuff. And then eventually classic rock, and now my musical tastes are fucked. But it was Nirvana, yeah. It was just that was my generation, man. Ren and Stimpy and Kurt Cobain. And people they wonder about me. Why is Vinny so weird? Or as Jen says, why are you like this? Do you like the Smashing Pumpkins? I do. Somewhat. Somewhat. Don't really like Billy Corgan. Vinny, I kind of know why you're like this, but I like to question at you anyway to see what you come up with. I never have a satisfactory answer. How come this game has such good music? There's something in my pocket. I've got something in my pocket for you. Dear Vinesauce, I hope you took enough HP bananas. I've been worried about it, so here's one just in case from Sponge. That's nice of you. Good job, Sponge. Looking out. Trying to soak up all that sadness. Rhythm Heaven composers, that explains it. It's good music. Several composers all working on the same game. Vinny, give me reasons not to irresponsibly buy a Switch, please. You need to save your money so that you can buy weed? No. So that you can pay off student loans? So that you can buy Wolfenstein New Colossus when it comes out? Buy a Switch, come on. Royal Wave. Double Royal Wave. Or you can get another system and play other video games, or you can, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. Don't ask me, man! I like my Switch, though. And, Steamworld Dig 2. I have. It's not even out yet, I don't think, but I'll be able to show you the game a little bit, and eventually I'll have a copy to give away. Vinny, how often are you stoned when you stream? I can't give away my secrets, but 0. So 0 times. I'm just usually this daffy. Like a certain duck. How big is 0 in weed numbers? Well, man, like, if you think about it, like, long enough, and you divide, like, everything by 0, like, that's, like, it has the power to defeat large numbers. So 0 is in some ways the most powerful number, because if you multiply, like, 1,100,591 by 0, that number has been defeated. You know what I mean? So it's, like, dead. So 0... It looks like it's totally, like, you know, empty, but it's the most powerful of all the numbers. I kinda want that treasure chest. There's a lot of paths up here. Who'd have thought the clouds would be so labyrinthian? How do you fall on cloud? There's no way my character's hurt. There is no way that that hurt. You just landed on a cloud. Two-Faced helping me up. Furthering our weirdness. There's definitely a friendship that was not present in Tamagotchi life towards the end. Some people have asked if Miitopia is a canon follow-up to Tamagotchi or if it's a spin-off, a non-canon spin-off. And the answer is, I think, somewhere in between those two answers. I know that doesn't help very much, but it is the best I can do. It's just friendship. I mean, who would get the other face? Sacred staff. Okay. What about Miitomo on Android? Non-canon. That is extremely not canon. What's up? No, Horonelius, it's not blowing guys under the Queensboro Bridge for $5 a man. It's blowing punks under the Queensboro Bridge for $5 a man. Oh, fuck. That was not the correct way to get the treasure chest. Jerry Seinfeld has a Jerry Seinfeld on Jerry Seinfeld. I watched some of it. It was very Seinfeld. I see a lot of question marks in chat after me saying that, but there are people that know what I'm talking about. He did a show, it's on Netflix, it's like a comedy special, but also kind of a retrospective of his life before the show, Seinfeld. And it is the most Seinfeld thing I've ever seen. I mean, he does the what's the deal? You know what I mean? He goes through the whole fucking thing. It was, you know, from what I saw, it was alright. It's your traditional Seinfeld humor. Hit a couple of good, word plays. Again, there's no way that actually hurt Scoot. What the fuck are these clouds made of? Guys, there's chemtrails in the clouds. I wonder if there's iron or like aluminum. There's aluminum in the clouds. That's what some of the chemtrails that people see are. Like, I don't remember what the point of the aluminum in the chemtrails was, but there's some purpose that they were, like, crop dusting aluminum. Does anyone know why that's happening? Or why that was happening? I don't know if it still is. Rune robe. That's kind of cool. It's weather control. It's... okay, aluminium. I know it's called aluminium. Turning the frogs gay? Oh. Cloud seeding to make it rain. What if it's just to eliminate the squirrels? They're onto us, they know. Uh-oh. We've got a 1099 on a possible Doolittle. We can grant one of your wishes, little boy! Aluminium. Aluminum also causes Alzheimer's. That's good. That's good. So remember, kids, don't make an aluminum foil weed pipe. Because weed is illegal. Not, the aluminum is legal. Just, it's the other thing that's not, depending on where you live. But yeah, don't do that. Don't breathe in aluminum. Oh yeah, Sin City brought up something that I meant to bring up. That, every Switch has a copy of the game Golf in it. So for those that don't know, check this out. Apparently Nintendo programmed the Switch with the Golf NES game, which is a game that Iwata made. And in order to access it, you have to open the Switch, you have to play on an exact day, and you have to use the Joy-Cons to push your hands forward in the Nintendo Direct thing that he used to do. The directly to you. That, and if you do that on the obituary of Iwata's death, you unlock his game. On 7-Eleven, yeah. But I don't think it's sad, and like in a way he's watching over every Switch. That's what people are getting out of that. I think it's a nice gesture. Iwata really took the failure of the Wii U very hard. He took it personal. Remember he cut his salary? Obituary is not the right word here. You want anniversary? Sure. So, anniversary. That's a common thing for executives to do in Japan, though. But it's sad to think that, you know, the dude saw so much success as his time as a Nintendo president, and he also saw one of the worst consoles they've ever launched, if not the worst console, in terms of sales. I wonder if that stressed him out, like, really, really bad. I don't know how stressed out he actually got, but... it sucks. New skill. Oh, Virtual Boy. Yeah, I always forget about the goddamn Virtual Boy. It's best we forget about the Virtual Boy. Okay, that was the very worst of the worst. I don't think anyone really knew what the fuck the Virtual Boy was. Was it a handheld? Was it a console? It came out at exactly the wrong time. It was headache-inducing. But the marketing for the thing made me kind of scared of it. Like, it was a very uninviting looking product. That was Gunpei Yokoi. And it was also, like, really ahead of its time in the wrong way. Or before its time, sorry. I didn't have a Virtual Boy, but my friend did. And I played it a little bit, and I hated it. I thought it was kind of cool for a couple minutes, and that was about it. You would think someone at Nintendo would have been like, listen, dog, this isn't good, dog. Like Joey Diaz was working at Nintendo at the time. Dog, this thing makes me fucking sick, dog. Don't do it. Don't do it. Scoot, it's a potion. You found it in the clouds. It's crop dusting. I'm sorry. I mean, it's chemtrails. It's fine. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, I don't know, Virtual Boy, you can kind of compare, you can kind of compare it to the Wii U, but I think the Virtual Boy was a way worse idea. I think the Virtual Boy was very misguided, where the Wii U was an attempt to do something good, and it wasn't a bad system. It didn't hurt to play or look at. It just was confusing for people. And also the Virtual Boy didn't really have good games, so it had Wario, it had some like gimmicky shit, it had some golf, or tennis or whatever, so... There's a crazy conspiracy theory about the Virtual Boy. What? Is it like a Polybius theory? What, that it was brainwashing people to buy Nintendo products? You will buy amiibos in 20 years. I want to be friends with Gordon again. I wonder who ended this friendship? Oh, that's nice. Gordon has it within him. There's compassion. Starleaf, which I could have won earlier, but since we didn't... Okay, let's see. Was there any follow-up to the Virtual Boy conspiracy? Vinny, did you see the Paul is Dead reference on Rick and Morty on Sunday? I heard about it afterwards, but I didn't actually catch it. It was in reverse. So you can't really catch it unless you reverse it. But I did later see the reference, yes. I mean, that's, as I've said, one of the most famous conspiracy theories. Paul is dead, man. Miss him. Miss him. But he's still going. Son of a bitch. He's still going. I think I'm gonna switch from Wizard Vinny now because I've Wizard Vinny'd probably too much. Let's go back to Warrior. Wow. What an awful outfit. Who needs leveling? Everyone's 17. Okay, so this is like a blank slate. So we can do, Sped Luigi. Goes Fest. There's also new AVGN episode. It's on some game called Treasure Master, which I never heard of. And it's a game that if you completed it with the right code, you could, apparently win. Oh, cool. That's shockingly perfect. Apparently this Treasure Master game was an NES game that if you completed it with the correct code, you'd get to a level, like a Prize Master level with clowns or something. And you complete that, and then you call up a phone number, tell them your code, and you could win, like, a prize pack of video games and stuff. I always wondered, when I was a kid, I always wondered if there was ever something like that. Like, if you could play a game and then make money for beating it. And I have never heard of Treasure Master, so I didn't know that was a thing. But apparently it was a thing. Oh, Klingon. Oh shit, Klingon wants to be with Alpaca. Klingon's upset and wants to make sure Alpaca's doing okay. Rest as long as you need. Holy shit. It's real. Klingpakagon is real. Alpacagon Infinity opens the door for fucking real. Can't afford that. Spiked gloves. Sure. Yep, gloves. Those are gloves. If you use those gloves, you can hold things. Just remember that. Those spiky ball gloves, you put them on your hands, and then you can pick up objects. You can play the piano, you can play guitar with them. I mean, the purpose of the human hand as an appendage, we evolved to have a hand like that. Justin Trudeau is a UFO. That's what separates us from many other animals and life on this planet. But that's why you gotta go and fuck it up by putting a large spiky ball over it. You don't need those thumbs. Opposable thumbs are overrated. Thwack. If this was a comic book, it would be like thwack, wonk, splort. Damn, that's good. You know what? Fuck it. Everyone's gonna get hyper. Vinny, do you have any memories of sitcoms like the Drew Carey Show? I remember liking Drew Carey, and I remember liking Whose Line Is It Anyway? But I never really... watched any sitcoms. Even when I was younger, I kind of just didn't get into them. It was also hard for me to keep up with a show episode by episode, week by week, to maintain the continuity. But the Drew Carey Show, I remember Ryan Stiles was on that. Some other stuff. I would always catch, like, Seinfeld episodes, though. That one I liked. So yeah, Drew Carey was cool. But I didn't actually watch it. And then there's, like, all the tropes of the sitcom, which a show like Always Sunny in Philadelphia just shits on and just goes in the opposite direction, where the characters don't learn to be better people, and they don't advance in life, and they don't have happy, tidy endings and get with the girl of their dreams. Instead, you know, Charlie gets with the waitress, finally, and then he's like, "She's stalking me, dude!" And they become worse people, and Dennis becomes more sociopathic, and Frank becomes more crusty, and Mac becomes, well, you know, whatever he became. Ass Pounder 5000. And plus Mac, you know, he thought he had muscle mass, but he didn't. And D becomes, I guess, more depraved. Is there crack involved with D? Anyway, the reason I like Always Sunny is because it's the opposite of a lot of those sitcoms I grew up not wanting to watch. And it's wonderful. How long has it been, PM Trudeau? So shocked to see you become a monster. Oh yeah, PM Trudeau. This guy here... Trudeau? It's a lot, Trudeau. This guy here wants to talk to you or something. D becomes more delusional. Yeah, I can get behind that. One day she'll be an actress. The Darker Lord. Come to think of it, I did see something dark and lordly earlier. Ominous shadow soaring creepily across the sky. Is that anything like the Darker Lord you're looking for? Where could he have gone? Now that I think about it, I also saw a giant tower in the sky around that time. The shadow kind disappeared somewhere around the tower. The shadow kind of disappeared somewhere around the tower. The one over there. Over where? Ah. Oh, it was there the whole time. You found the location of Darker Lord Jesus. Thank you, this is a huge help. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously it was right over there. Did someone just toot? Why am I always asking if people are farting in this game? Don't miss this photo op. I'm Mr. Burns, roving photographer extraordinaire. You want to buy this photo? Pleasure doing business with you. Fuzzy pickles? Smithers, can we market those? Simpson. Vinny, do you think fart jokes are funny, or do they annoy you? As Joey Diaz says, "Bok." If it's funny, it's fucking funny. If it's funny, it's comedy. Alien gummy candy. Apparently his little gummy badge says captain in an alien language. Oh. It depends. It depends. A well-timed, well-placed, quality fart joke, I think can be really funny and make me laugh. I hate to admit it, but I think it can. And sometimes it can be just overdone, and it's, you know, if that's all there is, then it's not going to be funny. But if it's really, you know, if it's like a good one, then dog. Using fart jokes for comedy is the biggest cop-out there is. You have no talent. Yeah, I think, if that's the only thing there is, yeah, but sometimes, man, it's the right toot at the right time. The fuck? All right, Ron Swanson. Wee woo meow. Meryl Streep. What? This place is amazing, isn't it? A regular metropolis. Oh, she's just playing a thief. I came from the countryside. I wonder if I don't fit in, or is it all in my head? Xehanort? Xehanort? I mean, I thought there was gonna be more quests. There's still characters or classes I've yet to unlock. So this is the skyscraper. Darker Lord Jesus should be here. But there are more quests. The doors are locked tight. 4 holes. Let me guess. We need to run around collecting jewels again before it'll open. Well, better get to it then. You get the jewels from quests, you only get 3 quests a day. Oh. Fly to the top of the tower, set the tower on fire. That would be too easy. That's like, I don't know, melting the king of a bunch of ice zombies with a dragon. Immediately. 3 quests a day is endgame. Oh, okay. Well, let's see, we have an easy quest here. From Desert Celebrity Nikki. Oh my, this is intolerable. I finally get a vacation and now this Darker Lord Jesus is running around. I still have nightmares about the old Dark Lord. Oh, hello you. You haven't seen any jewels in the shape of eyes or noses around, have you? Now that you mention it, not long ago, I did get a hold of a weird jewel. Does that sound like what you're after? Could be, yeah. Sorry though, I had to throw it out. What? Where? Some ruins in the desert. Would you like to go? Sure. Do the level 21 class for a new quest. That's listed as tough, though. And there's 2 of them. Lucina's level 21 class. Level 21 quest gives you a new class. Vinny, did you just drop spoilers, you fucking asshole? No, I didn't. Did you need something from me? Me, Lucina, the foremost authority in the field of robotics? Well, it depends. Do you know anything about jewels? Jewels in the shapes of eyes and noses, to be exact? Sounds most peculiar, eh? Lucina's Canadian, confirmed. But I just might have the answer. Follow me. We've not a moment to lose. This isn't the one. Bull? Just a bull? I think you could help me. It's about my friend Magikarp. Picked up this weird jewel, and then it happened. Giant monster swooped down out of nowhere. Flew off with him. So terrified that I ran off, but now I feel dreadful. Can you help me rescue Magikarp? No. One quest at a time. How many desert levels do you think have been in Nintendo games since the beginning of Nintendo games? How many times did you think one of their composers had to make a desert theme? Nice. It's a lot of experience. 2,000 experience for one snurp. More than 2 and less than 200. Thank you, Panda. That was a very good guess. Well, I like that this game has desert level, but also candy level. There's a couple of worlds that are just totally out there, which I appreciate. Because, I mean, every game has to have desert, water, volcano, you know, greens. There's snow. There's raspberry. There's cherry. All kinds of flavors that you can get here in the Polish water ice land. Sponge is very generous with his HP bananas. Vinny, I'm sure someone's told you, but you know Steamworld Dig 2 doesn't come out until 4 AM your time. Let's see. Hi KY, by the way. Appreciate you looking out. From what it says here, let's see, the embargo is up on Wednesday the 20th. It says, please don't share the key or post any reviews or videos until 1800 CEST on Wednesday, September 20th. So what's 1800 CEST? I just want to make sure, no, because you have, thank you, KY, thank you. 6 p.m. Okay, cool. Yeah, they got me. I have one. Also, KY, you should probably email them if you get a chance to. If you're interested in Steamworld. I would not be surprised if they hooked you up. Just gonna buy it, support the devs. They deserve it. Steamworld has become one of my favorite indie franchises, like, of all time, really. And we need more games like Steamworld Heist, too. Vinny, did you go back to Octopath Traveler and do the side quests? No, I didn't. I'm good on Octopath. I think, I'll wait for the full game to come out and read about it before I decide to potentially buy it. But it was cool. It was a good demo. See you, KY. Vinny, what the shit does finna boing mean? I don't know. What's finna boing? $1800 CEST is 6 p.m. or at 12 p.m. Eastern. So that was noon. Noon today, the embargo was lifted. For me. $12 p.m. on the 20th is... that's noon. The act of boing. It means desire to have a boing. Old mate, old chap. Magical armor. This is kind of somewhat infringing upon the Sheikah's rights. I wonder if Nintendo's gonna issue a cease and desist order against, Miitopia for putting what looks like Sheikah gear in the game. So finna boing means, hello, my good lad. I have a strong desire to engage in the act of bouncing. Cheerio. Nintendo copyright struck their own direct once. It doesn't surprise me, the automated system is fucking stupid sometimes and really goes a little bit too hard. And that's why we need more. I mean, there's the YouTuber McJuggernuggets, who I don't know his work, but I did a thing with him at Rockstar that one time last year, and I met him through there, and he seemed like a nice enough guy. Just really pleasant. But I think he mentioned there was a tweet where he said 90% of his YouTube videos are now yellow and unmonetized. 90%, because they're not acceptable. They're not within acceptable parameters for a 5-year-old child to be advertised to. As we all know about them 5-year-olds buying up all them products. But at the moment it's automated. It's all automated, and it's ruining people's channels. And it's killing people's desires to want to continue making stuff. So it's kind of a shame, but that's what happens when YouTube is desperately avoiding... They don't want to be sued because of fringerinos. That's the idea. The idea is to appease advertisers, to propagate some kind of, fun-genda, we'll call it. A fun-genda. And they want to, you know, they want to make sure that no one sues them so they don't get involved. So they take extra precautions, which is killing some big YouTubers. Like that McJuggernuggets guy has, like, I think 3.5 million subs. His channel is now pretty much useless. And I kind of raised this theory to Mike that I think the future of making money on the internet, like, when it comes to ads, I think that the only channels that are going to make a lot of money from ads eventually is going to be the Jimmy Fallons and the Jimmy Kimmels and like network YouTube videos. And I think that the only way for people who are just like people to make any money is going to be through stuff like subscriptions and Patreon type stuff. Donations. So that's... Yeah. YouTube is just turning into network cable again. It seems like that's the direction they're going in, and I think the only way to combat that is to have more people look at channels and say, listen, we can't automatically flag every video this channel uploads, even before, like, people's videos are getting flagged as inappropriate before they're even viewed. They're uploaded, they're made unlisted, no one sees them, and the algorithm just immediately deems them inappropriate because there's a channel blacklist. So if you're on the blacklist, then you can't make money. Vinny, don't forget those really fucked up videos targeted at children. What do you mean specifically? Two-faced. Don't... Yeah, I know. Alright, alright. It's massive. Oh, I mean, it's small. Oh. Fuck. People are getting flagged for all kinds of reasons. I'm well aware of what they're doing. I know why the auto-flagging is happening. And, I understand it. What's this video? This video still has ads enabled. Mickey Mouse takes liberties. Minnie Mouse in the train. Funny story. Hang on. This is a video of Mickey Mouse doing things. I don't know what's going on here, but apparently ads are enabled on this. Okay then. There's also discussion of, can Twitch be a legit competitor? I know they have video uploading now. And taking away the costs and the infrastructure needed to support something like, you know, that many videos, you have to wonder if Twitch ever got nearly as big as YouTube, they'd have to implement similar systems so that advertisers can't sue. You know what I mean? It's like... And such a complicated issue. There's no easy answer here, because if you're advertising your product and you find out that it's on a video that has naked exposed cocks in the game Rust and a dude saying some really nasty shit, and you're promoting like family-friendly stuff, I kind of understand why they don't want that. I mean, I think it was overstated as a way to get action, but what if you stream M-rated games or even T-rated games? Well, I say that, I mean, the obvious solution for me is have different advertisers. Advertisers should be able to choose what kind of content. So, videos can be categorized by a human, or perhaps the community, along with, you know, a bot. I don't know, it's hard to say, but, you know, maybe advertisers can choose what they want their videos on. What's acceptable for a 5-year-old isn't acceptable for, say, the Fleshlight. So, if the Fleshlight wants to advertise on my videos because I say the word fuck, and because I sometimes shoot people in the face in video games, then great. You know, go for it. Shouldn't it be the obligation of the advertiser to check the channels themselves? That could be one way to do it. I mean, there's probably no easy answer. There's too many videos on the internet. There's just so many videos, and YouTube made it so easy for people to make money by just saying, okay, if you have a certain amount of subs and a certain amount of views, you too can make money from ads. They opened the door for everyone, and everyone turned into millions and millions and millions of people, which became a little bit too hard to manage on a personal one-on-one level. So even if advertisers wanted to choose which channels to advertise on, it would take them, like, they'd have to hire a full fucking team. So it would be, again, it would be a very difficult thing to do, and it would be a process of transition, and it would take actual work, and it would take resources and hours. Vinny, it's another example of the corporations pinning the blame on the consumers and the content producers rather than taking the responsibilities themselves. Well, they want to get that sweet advertisement, but they don't, you know... You gotta look into the content you're advertising on. YouTube made it really, really easy to get your product out there to everyone. But yeah, there's some people playing a game like Rust where they're simulating fellatio with a stranger they met in a shack a couple minutes ago. I mean, these are things that just happen. But yeah, it's a complicated solution. I don't know all the angles. I don't have all the research. I can only really tell you from my perspective as someone who makes the videos and has been a part of YouTube for 7 years now. I don't really have all the details. I know YouTube is not profitable. I know they've had issues monetizing YouTube so that they themselves would make money. So, anyway. Back to your silly kids game. I go on tangents sometimes. I don't even know how we got on this topic. I really don't. But it's interesting. It's interesting to talk about and have a discussion about, and to kind of understand the way this could change the landscape of videos. Like, the last thing I'll say is the difference between YouTube a couple years ago and now. When YouTube started focusing on long-form entertainment for advertisement, as opposed to just short animations or short videos, they started encouraging videos over 10 minutes and promoting those more because they were more easy to advertise on. And that killed a lot of channels because there were a lot of channels that were doing cartoons, short little 2-minute, 3-minute cartoons, and they were getting millions and millions of hits. And the creators were able to make money and sustain themselves and make more of those videos. But, the long-form YouTube promotion kind of took away a lot of those animation channels, so you don't see it as much. You just see things like that Ronald McDonald thing I opened with. I mean, yeah, Oni went from making cartoons to doing Let's Plays. For example. Nice try. Vinny, do you think Newgrounds is taking content creators back? I have some thoughts on Newgrounds, but I'm not gonna fully explore them. Let's just say I think Newgrounds is very difficult to advertise on. I know for a fact advertisers have a difficult time wanting to put their stuff on Newgrounds because there's so much cocks and hentai dress-up games, etc., etc., etc. So... Daily Motion? Nah. Pornhub is where it's at right now. It just doesn't feel like people are gonna watch videos anywhere else. I only go to Vimeo if something isn't on YouTube and I really, really need to find something. Otherwise, I just avoid Vimeo at all costs. The fuck is a Daily Motion? Listen, there could be some competitors. It would be nice if there were competitors. And I would love... I hate to be pessimistic about it, because I would love to see more competitors open up, and I would love to see people get, more people watch videos on things other than just YouTube. So... Sponge is so nice. Sponge has been just hiding MP bananas, or sorry, HP bananas everywhere. Vinny, what's your opinion on Patreon and donations as the new form of earning money on the internet? Okay. Alright, last thing I'm gonna talk about is this donation thing, because I don't think I care for it very much. But not everyone has the ability to support themselves without doing that. And I think if someone is offering something of worth and you as a consumer or a viewer or whatever want to give them a couple bucks, I think that's alright. I think subscriptions are a good thing, because it's not too much money, it's a fixed amount, and you can't say, like, have an emotional moment and you're like, I'm gonna donate $5,000 to this dude because my pupper just got sick and this streamer makes me happy. And then, like, 2 months later you're like, oh fuck, I really need that $5,000. So, true story that happened to me one time where someone donated a fairly large amount of money to me a couple years ago. It's like, maybe not that much, but like 400 or 500, which is still a lot. and then they wanted it back. So that's one of the reasons I don't do donations anymore. They needed it back. It was, listen, I don't fault them for it. Again, it was a decision that was maybe not thought all the way through. And they needed the money. Can't you put a cap on donations? I don't know if you can. But I guess that's why subscriptions work better. Like, I like Twitch's system. You get a little something, you get some memes, you get a little badge next to your name, you know, and you can't really spend too much. And you just stop anytime you can't afford it. And then, you know, you come back to it later. If you want to. It's better. It's better than, like I said, making an emotional decision and then donating like $1,000 to a dude that you can't end up affording. Nowadays, people just charge it back, which can cause serious trouble. Yeah. That's another thing, too. People will ask for the money back, or they'll just charge it back, and then you have issues. It's a big, complicated problem, and this is... I guess I apologize for this coming up on stream while I'm playing Miitopia, but it's a thing that's worth thinking about, and, that's why I don't think you can just say to yourself, I'm going to be a YouTuber, I'm going to be a streamer. And you can't, like, go to school for it. It just... you get lucky. It's a lucky thing. And of course, there's a lot of problems. People that have, like, a steady income ended up buying themselves, like, a house. And then here comes the YouTube adpocalypse. And suddenly that person who bought a nice house can't afford a fucking steak dinner. And they have to go move into a fucking shack somewhere on the beach. So no, it's not a secure thing. So it's always good to have a backup plan and to pursue your hobbies as a secondary thing and hope for the best. And do it because you love it and maybe you make a couple bucks from it. And if you're really good at what you do, people will notice and help you out along the way, I think. That's the best I can say. And that's not even, that's just a generally speaking. That's a super low resolution version of what's happening, but I think it's the best I can do. Vinny, what's your backup plan? I have a fuckload saved. I don't spend my money. Plus, I'm good with, in terms of living. You know, I own this thing. I own this bitch. And then, also, I've been offered jobs. I have a good resume, and I know how to edit videos very well. And I have, you know, people that I've worked with that have offered me things. Oh yeah, and taxes. Don't forget about taxes. Taxes fucking suck. But no, I mean, the good news is, I thank you for giving a shit. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. And I definitely have no problem returning to work. I also just had this conversation with Vappy, and it's like, yeah, I have no problem. If I need to work, I'll work. 13 years of working. I got a good resume. I can do Mario and Luigi voices. I got a couple prospects. But my backup plan is a large amount saved. Invest in the stock market. Oh god, I would fuck that up so bad. Will you open a pizza shop? If I told you that one day I would open a pizza shop, would you guys come all the way to Staten Island to just have a slice of pizza? I wouldn't be the one making the pizza. Oh no. Also, I just realized Luigi's in a Pee Wee Herman outfit. Well, I wouldn't be the one making the pizza. Sorry. I'd make one pizza per year at the location. But remember, every Vinny's pizza place on the planet is owned by me. I know because I get Twitter pictures of Vinny's Pizza Shop every day. What if Nintendo came to you with a role for a new Mario cartoon? I'd do it in a second. I'd do it in a heartbeat. But I mean, my Mario voice isn't even that good. But voice acting is fun, and I would do it. Honestly, you know, if you want to talk about backup plans, I love what I'm doing now. I love that I get to make music. I love that I get to stream. So I'm very, very happy where I'm at. But the work I would like to do is voice acting. I would enjoy that. The Darker Lord's in a skyscraper, right? This is one of the jewels that opens the entrance. Alright, let's see if we can find the rest. Then we can climb to the top of the skyscraper and teach the Darker Lord a lesson. Not to mention rescue the Great Sage. Hold on, Jesus, we won't be long now. Vinny's hopes and dreams on stream. Well, I mean... that's not my main dream, but it's a nice one. I'd have to learn how to act first. Pick up a few things along the way, perhaps. Or maybe go to the Tommy Wiseau School of Acting. Vinny, if Nintendo came to you with a new Mario Brothers show, but you had to do the booster voice, would you do it? I'd only be able to do that voice for 5 minutes. So I might pass on that. Oh, do you have a moment? So lately, it's like this. The kingdom of Greenhorn is in another spot of bother. Monsters that look like mice have been running amok, and, well, the king has only gone and told me to sort it out. I mean, as if I could do anything about it, so I came here in search of help. I know I'm asking a lot, but I beg you, please save Greenhorn. I just get cheesecake for this? No. Come on, you gotta do better than fucking cheesecake. Oh! Oh, we eat every day. Every single day is dumb salad. Oh, I've had it. Is it too much to ask to have something sweet just once? Oh, hey, you. I know something you don't. But I can tell you. Tucked away in a hidden spot in Corkerton, there's a super sweet snack. I'm going there and you're coming with me. Nope. Pooh Bear? A cat. Thespian cat Pooh Bear. Is it a cat or a bear? Do you have a minute? So my perfect little guy Toby did a bad thing. He turned up one day with a spooky looking jewel. I yelled at him and told him to throw it away. But I guess I scared him and he ran away from home. Now I'm worried. Would you help me search for my little Toby? Thanks. Snarp. Good hit. Good kill. Okay, so how the fuck do I get over there? Oh. Well, that explains it. Erie Road? It's fine. I'm not getting a bad vibe from it. Bread, ghost mallet, ghost mallet. I imagine you want me to say something funny right about now. Nope. Got nothing. Actually, I think you guys just want me to say something. Vinny, say something stupid. That's easy. How was your day? I had a day. I can't believe what the weather's like. It's amazing. It was a busy day. I had to do some shopping and stuff. It's good. Had some stuff to do some errands. I don't, you know, there are things that are boring. Like, I don't really know if there's stuff that I wouldn't tell on stream, but there's also stuff that's just too boring to talk about. But it's a nice question, I guess, and I'm well. Thank you. Are you finished with those errands? They are done. Yes, I now have fluids in my house that I can drink from time to time. Vinny, today I saw a man with a Drake or some other modern-day rapper shirt harass a man with a David Bowie shirt. Are we sure it was directly related to their shirts? Is this a new form of discrimination against people's shirts because of the musician or the logo on their shirt? Or was it just because they had a prior disagreement? Hum Hum La La Doot. Hey, who sings that song? No one, I mean, I just made it up. You like it? Well, it does sound familiar. No way, it's an original road trip jam. I know where I've heard it before. It sounds like that squeaky sound that moles make. You just don't understand music. Okay, now that is the altercation that took place earlier. You just witnessed it. Vinny was wearing the David Bowie shirt. Alpaca was wearing the Drake shirt. Do you understand life? I mean, music? Klingon, sorry. Did I say alpaca? Mistake. Klingon is alpaca, confirmed. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, everyone wants a thing. Investments. Super armor, you say? I'll hold off on that for a bit. More spiked gloves. Scoot wants an actual nuclear weapon. Scoot, you're very, very silly. Take them. Just take the money. I know you needed it. Insert obvious joke about cocaine money. Unfortunately, that's all Zimbabwe dollars, which aren't even good for toilet paper. Here's a question. Genuine question. What's the exchange rate for Zimbabwe dollars? It's like $1 for 1,000. $3 trillion for 3 eggs. Doesn't exist, they literally stopped using them due to it. I'm seeing a lot of different answers, but yeah, I remember that being a ridiculous amount. It's just, at that point, just start with rocks. Or, like, Monopoly money. Just whatever. Anything. Gems. Do what you gotta do. The money is raw! But they did, so, I mean, I guess that solves the problem. Wikipedia says 600,000 to $1 on the black market. Jesus. Vinny, did you know that WoW Gold, World of Warcraft Gold, is now worth more in value than the money in Venezuela? What? So tonight's stream is an economics lesson. Welcome. The midterm is coming up very shortly. Final Fantasy IX came out on PlayStation 4. So that's the thing that happened. I think it's just the Steam version. And it actually has the fast forward function. Me fast forwarding through these battles reminded me. Apparently you can complete the game in like 15 to 20 hours sooner and still get everything you need out of it if you just use the fast forward. There's an unfortunate reality to Final Fantasy IX that makes me really sad, and it's that the original backgrounds were lost. I think most of you know this, but... So, the backgrounds in the game are fucking gorgeous, but they're extremely low resolution. And Square just lost them. They didn't save them because they needed the space, so they got rid of them. And there can never be a real HD version of those backgrounds unless they remake them. Yeah. So even though it's a Steam version, even though there's a, I mean, they can improve some of the stuff, like the models they were able to improve, which is kind of cool, but even though the PS4 version has all these other things and little upgrades and stuff, they can never get the backgrounds to look decent in HD. Why can't they rip the PS1 textures and update them? That's what they don't have. They don't have the originals. They don't have the high quality. They have like the JPEGs. The compressed ones that they used. Wait, what did Hotel Mario watch? Is Hotel Mario watching Bang Bus again? Oh, he was watching a bug. Well, I guess he is a cat. Do you know we film porn in some of our hotels? Okay, well, it turns out Hotel Mario is just Mr. Dink voice. Who would have thought? Yeah, we rent out a bunch of rooms for porn, all the time. My Mr. Dink, make no mistake, my Mr. Dink voice is not real Dink. Rev and crew are doing Dungeons and Dragons. If you guys have any interest in the Dungeons and Dragons Vinesauce series, catch my stream later on Full Sauce. Go watch them. They're doing D&D. It might be even the last one. Who has a never-ending thirst for standing on the heads of people who have problems for my own exploitative purposes? Dr. Phil. Right, fucking Dr. Phil. What happened to Shelley Duvall on that show? Yeah, I know. Bill Burr did a podcast discussion about the Dr. Phil show, and it wasn't pleasant. Favorite song from Queens of the Stone Age Villains? I like Villains of Circumstance. I like Hideaway. I think Villains of Circumstance, probably. Sponge just likes to be prepared. For example, Alpaca, if you were actually a monster, I'd be ready to smite you. That's taking it a bit far. Well, Alpaca, Sponge knows that Alpaca can turn into a monster at a moment's notice. Mood swings are very common of, Anyway. Dr. Phil still calls himself Doctor, even though he's been kicked out of the APA. Kicked out by the APA. What if he legally changed his first name to Doctor and his last name is Phil? Then it's okay, then it's kosher. Treasure? Vinny, what's it with you reading all my chat messages all of a sudden? I don't know. I'm keeping you in check. I'm making sure. Making sure that you don't go off the rails. Vinny, what's the likelihood you'll do corruptions 4 weeks in a row with the RTC3 release stockpiles? If I was a fortune cookie, the fortune would be all signs point to yes. What's your favorite kind of Pop-tart? I usually like the s'mores Pop-tart, but I don't feel like I'm actually... I feel guilty eating a s'mores Pop-tart for breakfast. So, is it weird that if I have a strawberry Pop-tart, I feel like, oh, this is a little bit more legit? So I go for both, s'mores and strawberry. Sometimes raspberry, mango, cherry. No, but strawberry is my shit, along with s'mores. Is a Pop-tart a sandwich? We're not doing this again! Oh, wow. Wow. That worked out really nicely. Super lab gear. Wow, that looks super. It's like a superhero outfit. Klingon is buying Alpaca a present. Klingpakagon continues to be real. It's a liar. Cheers. It's a coded message. They're fighting. Klingon is calling Alpaca a liar. At least that's my interpretation. And I know I'm right 100% because my brain told me it was right. And that's what happens with presumptions and assumptions. I feel like I could be a rap artist if I just come up with a couple of other words that rhyme or have similar cadence to them. But yeah, let's mix up the parties a bit. Okay. Presumptions, assumptions, certified gumption to make the choices in the world you wanna be in. You wanna be in. Wait, this isn't hip-hop anymore. Yeah. What the hell is this? Underground treasure cavern. Vinny, tell us the story of the random guy trying to sell you his CD again. I don't even remember that. Oh, yeah, well, you know, it's happened a couple of times. But I think you're referring to the time the dude gave me the CD. He was like, yo, take this, and enjoy this. And then when he hands it to, I was like, oh, okay, I didn't really want it. And he was like, yeah, that's $10, please. Is that the one? That happens a lot in Manhattan. New York City is definitely a fun place. Anyway, Sponge is dead. But they let you walk away first. That's the trick. Oh, come on. I lose a party member and now this? It's okay. Can be done. What happens if you just walk away with the CD and ignore him? Why do I keep reading your messages, Toast? I don't have a reason. I would imagine they would chase you down and, like, just tackle you. And, like, you just get jumped by, like, 4 dudes. It's like Power Ranger shit. Listen, I know green is boring. There's a couple people who don't like green. But the other characters will get different colors. But, I mean, my character needs to be green. I'm the Green Ranger.
Super!
Did you buy it or throw it back to the guy? I gave it back to him. This has happened on a couple of occasions. And, I don't know why, like, I guess I've learned since then, but the couple of times that it has happened, there's no way I'm gonna buy the dude's CD. It's just not gonna happen. Especially the method of how the CD is being sold. It's like, and they even let you walk away for a second, too, that's the best part. Like, you look at it, you're like, oh, thanks, and then a second later, you're just walking away, and then they stop you. But yeah, no, there's definitely, like, kind of a guilt trip that happens, too. It's not just with CDs, it's with anyone, like, there's, oh man, me and my friend, Dan, was it last week? When I told you I was in Brooklyn? Well, we were outside this barbecue place. And, this lady was selling flowers, saying that she had some kind of really bad disease, and that, she needed to sell these flowers for her treatment. And she was just hitting up everyone. So the staff from the barbecue place went up to her and said, listen, our customers are getting kind of uncomfortable. She's like, can I just go in and sell the flowers in the barbecue place? And they wouldn't let her do it. Vinny, I was walking in Central Park and these Buddhist monks were walking around giving charms to people, then asking for money for them. Buddhists, you say? Buddhists. Ah, okay. Considering Buddhism focuses on not worrying about material possessions, it was an obvious scam. Sounds like it. I told you, well, I don't know music. It's a blend of jazz and avant-garde funk. Cool, huh? Next Redvox album direction, here it is. There's something about it. I've heard it before, but I just made it up. Oh. Sounds like bread baking. Really? I never knew bread was so jazzy. I really want to get a close-up of Hotel Mario with those fucking claws. Let's see. Wow. Also, I like how Nintendo is realizing how important it is to, include some kind of, like, photo sharing between this game with the pause function and Mario Odyssey with the ability to stop time and then rotate your camera around Mario and you can see everything that's happening. Kind of like Smash Brothers. So you can take the best pictures. That game is going to be a massive fucking success and there's going to be so many dopey, dumb pictures on the internet. Heart vestments. No, it's not a good enough chance. Ice cream gear. Silver frying pan. Spiky mic. Oh, God. Spiky Mike sounds like a porn star. See, now Hotel Mario and Speed Luigi kind of match. Fond memory involving Snurps. Wow, that really happened? I wouldn't be surprised if Gordon cooked a Snurp. Actually, there is, like, Snurps too, so I'm not at all surprised if that happened. Or it never happened. Nothing ever happened, and Gordon is just believing two-faced lies. It's in the name. EA's dick. It's in your ass. That's the best thing I've ever done with my life, just so you know, that particular thing. Oh, it's an old one. No, that's not new. The EA's dick thing, that's old. But in general, that's where I peaked. Toby, where are you? It's I'm not saying that. You have to come home! I guess he's not here. Huh? What? Pokken tournament is out Friday. I'm good. It was a fun game. I don't need it. Not again. I would buy Smash again, but Pokken was just kind of cool and enjoyable for a little while, but it doesn't have the same level of replayability for me that Smash does. But I think it's nice that Switch owners that didn't have a Wii U, of which there are very, very, very many, will get a chance to play it. It really is a cool game. It's not like Tekken. People thought it was going to be Tekken. It's a very different type of fighting game. And it's not ARMS. ARMS and Pokken are very different. You're still waiting for the Tropical Freeze port? I'm waiting for next I'm waiting for next Donkey Kong Country. A doggy donut. It has a dog face. What's this? It's a shame that Pokken is literally broken with confirmed infinites that haven't been patched out in arcades. That is a shame. What a kerfuffle. At least we got Toby back. Speaking of luck, could we just have that jewel? Oh yes, of course. Here you go. It was a wisp, or it was Toby's booger. That's 2 jewels for the skyscraper we found now. 2 down, 2 to go. So, we're only halfway there. Be positive. We're already halfway there. Let's do this. Metroid tonight? No. Steamworld Dig 2 tonight. Which, if you haven't seen, stick around for it. Watch a little bit of it. Especially if you're into Metroid, check out Steamworld. It's good. It's primo. It's choice. Grade A USD beef. And that's it for now. I gotta switch over in just a minute, actually. We'll come back to Miitopia. We have a couple classes to unlock. We got a bunch of quests. Yeah, more Miitopia soon. In fact, Saturday's usually my Miitopia day. I took last Saturday off, but I'll probably be around for a nice, substantial, another good Miitopia stream on Saturday. So, thank you for listening to me ramble about unrelated topics. But Miitopia can get a little samey, and, to preserve my sanity, it's sometimes nice to have a little discussion going. So, take a quick break if you want. I'm gonna do that, and we'll return in just a couple of minutes with Steamworld Dig. Number 2, a game that isn't even out yet. It'll be cool. Be right back.